Good morning, children. This is Pallavi Chauhan, your English teacher. I welcome you all to the online classes after the summer break. Before commencing a new lesson, I would like to inform you that the notes of all the chapters taught to you in the month of April has been availed to you, which you can access through website. Yes, from now onwards you will receive all the notes as well as your videos only through the website. Okay, and you have to write down all the notes in your English fair copy at the earliest. You should not keep your work pending, children. Okay, and one more thing I would like to tell you, children, before writing the notes, okay, means the question answer parts, you have to do the dictionary work. It means that you have to search at least minimum 10 difficult words from each chapter and search the meaning from dictionary or either anywhere and note it down. Is it clear? I hope so. Before you start writing the question answer part, you have to write down the word meanings, which you have to do it by your own. You have to search the words from the chapter and then you have to write the meanings of all the chapters one by one. So that should be done by you. Now, today I am going to start a new lesson from your Beehive book. Okay, and that is the second chapter, The Sound of Music. You can see part 1 because in this chapter you will be getting 2 parts. So let's start with part 1. That is, Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing it. Doesn't it seem a little bit extraordinary thing that how a person can listen to the sound without hearing? Yeah, it sounds little bit different. But here we are going to see how a teenage girl, namely Evelyn Glennie, she listens to the sound without hearing it. So let's start the chapter and come to know how it happens. Before you read, coming to the text, children, first of all I will be reading the chapter paragraph wise and I will discuss the difficult word meanings and then I will explain the chapter paragraph wise. So be with me and try to understand the chapter thoroughly. So before you read, let's look in the book. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. So, Evelyn Glennie, okay, she was a very great musician, and also someone is just telling us about her extraordinary quality that though God has taken away her hearing power, but she was blessed with something extraordinary because what we can hear, she was able to feel that. Okay, she can feel that, and that also far more deeply than any normal person, and that's why she could express the music very beautifully. She could. Now read the following account of a person who fought against a physical disability and made her life a success story. Yeah, children, here this is actually the message or the theme of the lesson already given here in simple sentence, that we are going to learn about a person who fought against a physical disability. As we came to know that she was not able to hear, she was deaf, okay, but still she didn't give up and she fought against it and she made her life a success story, which we are going to study about it and learn about that. So this is a very good message being conveyed, that how we have to overcome all the problems and struggles and obstacles that hampers our success, but how to overcome being a disabled one. Though God has gifted us everything, we are the human being and we must be thankful to God. But there are many people in this world who are physically disabled, okay, but still if we see them, we look in their life, they are far more better than we normal people. So we should learn to overcome every difficulty in life. Now coming to the first para. Rush hour crowds jostle for position on the underground train platform. A slight girl, looking younger than her 17 years, was nervous yet excited as she felt the vibrations of the approaching train. It was her first day at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music in London, and daunting enough for any teenager fresh from a Scottish farm. But this aspiring musician faced a bigger challenge than most. She was profoundly deaf. So, let's discuss the difficult words. You can see the words meanings are given over there at the right corner of your book's page. Jostle means to push roughly. Okay, in where there is too much crowd and all, you may see the people pushing. That is jostle. Slight here means very small and thin. Daunting means frightening or getting scared. Aspiring musician means a person who wants to be a musician. Okay, so who is curious to be a musician. So what happened here? When this girl, Evelyn Glennie, she was standing at a platform for a train to arrive. That time there was a rush hour, means too much crowd was there on the platform, and everyone were pushing roughly to each other. And this small and thin girl, who was only 17 years, she was a teenager, 17-year-old girl, she was quite nervous and yet she was very excited. Okay, why? Because she was feeling the vibrations of the approaching train. We already came to know, children, that she couldn't hear. Okay, she was deaf, but still she could feel the vibrations of the train which was coming near the platform where she was standing, reaching nearer to her. And it was her first day. Why she was nervous and even excited? The reason is that because it was the first day of her where at the prestigious Royal Academy of Music, that too in London, and she was little bit scared enough because she was a teenager and who was leaving the Scotland. She was from Scotland in Europe. Scotland is in Europe, and that is the place very calm and far away from crowd and all, peaceful place it is, Scotland. But now where she is moving to? She is moving to London, and London, you know, it is a place, okay, where the life moves very fast. So that was the reason why she was feeling little bit nervous, and still she was excited because it was her first day to join the prestigious Royal Academy of Music. So she was moving from Scotland to London, and this musician, she was very curious, very eager to reach to the top place as a musician, and she has to face a real big challenge. Why? Because she was profoundly, means greatly or completely deaf. Okay, still see the courage of that girl, a teenage girl who has a dream to be a great musician, and from here her struggle starts. Coming to the next para. Evelyn Glennie's loss of hearing had been gradual. Her mother remembers noticing something was wrong when the 8-year-old Evelyn was waiting to play the piano. They called her name and she didn't move, I suddenly realized she hadn't heard, says Isabel Glennie. For quite a while, Eveline managed to conceal her growing deafness from friends and teachers. But by the time she was 11, her marks had deteriorated and her headmistress urged her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was severely impaired as a result of gradual nerve damage. They were advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for the deaf. So, what we understood in this second para, children, as we came to know that she was deaf, but she was not completely deaf from the birth, because she was losing that hearing power very gradually, slowly. Okay, it was she was losing that hearing power. And here her mother, whose name is referred here as Isabel Glennie, she shares one incident, okay, that she remembers that when Eveline was 8 years old, a child, and she was just waiting to play the piano, and she was called by the name, okay, but she didn't move from the place. So her mother just suddenly realized that she hadn't heard her. Sometimes you also do the same, children, when you are called by the parents, knowingly or just unknowingly, you don't hear. But here the mother of Eveline, she guessed that she hadn't heard, and there was little bit doubt to her. She noticed that thing, okay. But what happened then? For quite a while, Eveline managed to conceal. Conceal means to hide. Okay. Now her deafness was growing little more and more, because gradual deafness was going on. Okay. So she was hiding it. Eveline, she was hiding it from her friends and the teachers. She didn't want it to disclose this fact to all. But by the time when she was 11, okay, her marks in all the subjects in the school, it got deteriorated means it got decreasing, coming down. And that's why her principal, the head mistress of her school, she urged means requested her parents to take her to a specialist, okay, who is specialist means a doctor who will cure her deafness. And it was discovered after showing the doctor that her hearing power, it was impaired, means it got weakened because of some nerve damage, okay. And the parents of Eveline, they were advised that they should provide her the hearing aids. Hearing aids, you might have seen, children, it is an equipment fitted to the ears for hearing purpose, okay. Those who are having the hearing problem, you may have seen small equipment is being used. So her parents were also asked to provide her with this hearing aid, and she should be sent to a school for the deaf. And now she should not continue here in the normal school, and she should be sent to the school where only the deaf children are studying. Everything suddenly looked black, says Eveline. That day when she heard the statement to be taken away from the school and to send to some other school for deaf, everything looked black to Eveline. So what is the meaning of this sentence, children, that everything got black? Okay, it means that when she received this bad news that she was never expecting, okay, that made her life completely black in front of her. It happens with us when we also receive some bad news that we never expect. Suddenly we feel blackness. Oh my God, what to do and what not to do now. Okay, so that is only the situation over here. Coming to the next para. But Eveline was not going to give up. She was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. One day she noted a girl playing a xylophone and decided that she wanted to play it too. Most of the teachers discouraged her, but percussionist Ron Forbes spotted her potential. He began by tuning two large drums to different notes. "Don't listen through your ears," he would say. "Try to sense it some other way," says Evelyn. "Suddenly I realized I could feel the higher drum from the waist up and the lower one from the waist down." Forbes repeated the exercise, and soon Evelyn discovered that she could sense certain notes in different parts of her body. "I had learned to open my mind and body to sounds and vibrations. The rest was sheer determination and hard work." So, in this para, what we came to know, Evelyn, she was a girl with full determination. Okay, she was very much determined to be a musician at any cost, and she never wanted to give up. Okay, so what she wanted to lead a very normal life, and she doesn't want that. Though she was deaf, she didn't want to be just depressed or just to get away from that situation to be just faced by her. Okay, and she wanted to pursue means just to follow, okay, her interest in music. And one day, simply while she was also there in the ground, she noticed one girl playing a xylophone. You can see the picture of the xylophone given over there in the right corner, children. It is a musical instrument with a row of wooden bars of different lengths. Okay, and she too decided that she wanted to play it. And most of the teachers over there, music teachers, they discouraged her that she won't be able to do it. Okay, but one of the percussionist means a person who plays different instruments like drum, tabla, etc. Okay, means the person who can play many musical instruments is known as percussionist. So one of the percussionists named Ron Forbes, okay, he just spotted means found out her potential, her talent, her quality. And what he did at first, he began to tune two large drums, okay, two drums that are the musical instruments. He tuned both the drums to different notes. Those who are the music lovers, they know what are notes, okay, in music. So both the notes were different in both the drums. And then she was asked by Ron Forbes that not to listen through the ears, but you have to sense it in some other way. He asked her, you have to feel it in some other way, the tunes and the music, okay, of those drums, Evelyn said. And suddenly, when she was asked to do, she realized that she could feel the higher drum from the waist up. Higher drum means the higher notes which were played in the drum, that she could hear. Hear in what way? By feeling it from her upper waist, okay, from the waist upper part of the body, and from the waist lower she could hear the another tune of that drum. Okay, so Forbes, what he did, he just repeated the exercise. He gave exercise again and again, and Evelyn, she came to know that she could feel the notes in different parts of her body. Okay, so she was asked to respond to the music, and she understood, she felt that she could sense different sounds from different parts of her body. And she understood that, she learned that she has to keep her mind open and her body has to respond to all the sounds and the vibrations. Okay, and the rest, everything, children, it depends on our hard work and determination. Okay, so she was very much, these are the qualities of Evelyn, that made her to reach the height of success. So it was her great determination and hard work which made her to learn and to feel the music. Coming to next para. She never looked back from that point onwards. She toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3-year course, she had captured most of the top awards. So, hope so you understood. She never looked back from that point, as she was determined, okay, and she was ready to fight any type of barriers coming on the way. So, she never looked back from then, when she could start feeling from every part of her body. So then she even went in a tour. She traveled where? To the United Kingdom. Okay. And at the age of 16 years, with whom she went? With an orchestra. Okay. Orchestra is what? It is a group of musicians. So along with the group of musicians, she also joined and she went to United Kingdom when she was only 16 years. And she decided that she has to dedicate her whole life for music. She even gave the audition. Audition, you know children very well, to give a short performance so that the director could decide whether you are good enough or not. Many TV programs are there over there in which the auditions are being asked, dance programs and song programs. And after the audition only few of the best one are being selected. So here also she also auditioned. She gave the short performance for the Royal Academy of Music, where? In UK, United Kingdom. Okay. And there also she came out with flying colors. How? She scored the highest marks in the history of that academy where she performed. And slowly she moved out from this orchestral work. Means now she was not going along with the groups, but she started working solo. Single performances she started giving. And at the end of her 3-year course in that academy, when she was going to complete her 3 years course, she had achieved most of the top awards of that academy. Okay. Coming to the next para. And for all this, Eveline won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist, with a mastery of some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. So what happens now? For all this, now she was coming just up to the pinnacle step by step. So for all this, Eveline won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. Means when the people started talking about her achievements, okay, when she started achieving the awards and everything, but she was such a humble girl, she never accepted that she is doing something extraordinary. It was just very normal thing for her that she was doing, because she believed in two things, two aim. First is the hard work, and second is the aim in your life. Okay, what she says, you see, if you work hard and know where you are going, that is your aim, that where you want to reach, so she says that you will get there definitely. That confidence of yours, it will take you to that height. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist. Okay, most sought after means the most popular multi-percussionist. She was popular in the way, and with a mastery. Now she had the mastery of thousands of instruments, not a one or two or hundreds, but she had got hold over thousands of instruments which she could easily play though she was deaf and couldn't hear, and hectic international schedules, and now she was busy. Hectic means too busy. She was getting too many international stages to perform over there, and she was having very tight schedule of her work. Okay, so let me stop here, children, and try to understand the chapter, understand it thoroughly, and once again I will ask you to complete the notes on time. Okay, goodbye children, till the next class.